What up, Cena?
What's up? I love cold brew coffee. Cold brew coffee is amazing.
Happy Sunday, man. Yeah, you need that.
I'm still in a fasted state.
Adam.
Go ahead. What were we gonna discuss?
What I wanted to talk about today, especially because the markets are closed. Um,
Not Bitcoin. Bitcoin's still it's down today. I think it's like 43,000. I recommend good price if you haven't bought in yet. Get
yeah.
in.
So I wanted to talk to everyone that's watching. How do you allocate your diversification? Because I know that you hold a lot of real estate. Um, how do you decide how to allocate your funds and where to go with what and how much?
Well, I kind of got lucky because what I did is I YOLO'd real estate when real estate was really undervalued. Most of my real estate that I hold right now I purchased in like 2010 to 2012. So it's like really low property tax, really low mortgage debt, and I've kept all of that. But
So when
it's
you did that, were you buying stock at all or not really? You were
no,
doing
I bought a little bit of Facebook. What I did is I lost money in stock, which was like the best thing ever because I was buying like short ETFs. I was buying like complicated derivatives instead of just buying solid companies. And the only good thing I did was I bought Facebook at 20 bucks. But then, like, whatever profits I made on Facebook, I squandered buying like really dumb shit. Precious metals. I definitely tried trading precious metals.
so
It was,
so at first you shipped it all on real estate. Would you do that again? Especially because you are a product of amazing timing.
if you get a crash and prices go down like 30, it was like 33% correction in real estate. Yeah, then yeah, I mean, you might want to do it, but like really takes a lot of work. Like as I got older, the more money you have, you're also have to worry about lawsuits. So it's like there's all these additional like headaches you have to worry about. Where like if you own crypto stock, there's no liability against.
Absolutely. And I know you talked about that the other day in a TikTok that you posted. Like, Bitcoin's never going to have a leaky roof.
Yeah, exactly. The root sucks, but what really sucks and what stresses you out and is bad for your health is a lawsuit or tenants that won't leave your property. And I'm telling you right now, I mean, it doesn't bother me anymore because you change your mindset. But the first time you get like you have a mortgage that you're paying and your tenants in there are a bunch of crazy crackheads that aren't gonna leave, like it's that just doesn't happen with your stocks. I mean, your Bitcoin could get hacked and stolen, which is probably worse. But at least that's thing. But I don't know. They all have challenges, and the main thing I think, like the message I want to push, and like maybe you saw those TikToks, is like just start with $10. I feel like all these investing people, they just get way too complex, and it's just way too hard to learn. It's like better to just go and lose some money. Just like a casino or some shit. Go lose your money and then like you'll figure out what works. But that like $10 in Bitcoin and Apple, like $10 is solid Apple, and then maybe $10 in like Tesla or Bitcoin something speculative. And that's really all you need, half stable, half, YOLO and go from
That's,
there.
that's what I wanted to get into next is like, so how much real estate holding do you have right now? And when was the last time that you bought real estate?
Okay, so I in California, I have about 5 mil. And then I invested in Vegas. I got bought out by my partner, which was Mike's brother. So I'm out of Vegas now. I sold my Vegas in 2019, which I regret, but I mean, my partner wanted to buy me out and we had a deal where he could. And then I invested heavily in Texas, but we did flip. And then eventually, because we were not wanting to deal with like taxes and some other issues. We were doing hard money loans. I don't know if you're familiar with hard money loans. And then I got cut out. My partner, I mean, he just had enough money where he didn't need my capital. And it started to slow down in 2017. Not like 100% slow, just the deals weren't as juicy in 2017.
So I
That's
want
what
you to try unplugging your headphones. I want to see if I can hear you better.
if I unplug them. Yeah, they are. What's up?
That actually does sound a little better.
Okay. Yeah. Let me take off my headset. But okay, so what were we talking about? You want to resume or what's up?
Um, just the last time that you bought real estate, and then kind of how do you decide and break down kind of how you YOLO versus your stability? Because obviously we talked about this last time about taking shots downfield and doing stuff that's a little bit more speculative with more upside and higher volatility. How do
That
you?
was so. What's really funny is in 2017, my partner started to cut me out of deals, and that's why I had extra cash that I had put into Bitcoin. And that investments I made in 2017 just beat like everything I did. Like I had a medical diagnostic company too, which was dope. That was actually probably the best investment. But no matter what, just the crypto ended up being really gangster and it was good. Like I didn't YOLO. I mean, I put in maybe like 10% of like what I would invest in a year, I
Okay.
guess. But the discipline was like not to sell and to actually like research it and understand it. Because like if you really understand it and you have the conviction, it's easier to hold it when people are like screw it, right?
Right.
So
So
try to have go ahead.
let me ask you this. If I was 25 and I have $10,000, what would you have me do?
$10,000 at 25. Probably like Apple, Bitcoin, and then try like some sort of online business or I don't know. Try something
How much in Bitcoin? How much in Apple?
like half and half, like
Like
half Apple, half
100 each, and then keep 5,000 to start a business with.
yeah, like put it into a business or yeah, like I would say business if you have that opportunity. If not, learn how to use margin. That's probably
Okay.
one of the, huh?
Okay. I mean,
Learn how to
I think
so
there's a lot of people out there that are sitting on money and they might have had a lot of recent success, but don't exactly know where to turn to now, whether it was with super high speculative stuff that just panned out because they got lucky or whatever. They came up on a lot of money that they're not used to having. So now what would be a good option for those people?
so once again, like I think margin is like really good deal right now. Like what people don't realize is you can go on like a site like Robinhood and they'll basically lend you at like 2.5% interest with no fee. That's like how if there's going to be inflation, that's like how you kind of get rich if you borrow at cheap rates. And like obviously real estate's great, but it's like it's really hard for people to get real estate loans, and then they throw on a shitload of fees. So real estate loans aren't as great as people think once you have to like add in all the fees and it's really hard to qualify, right?
Yeah,
Stocks, there's no, with stocks, if you have, $10,000 of Amazon, they'll literally just give you 5.5 grand to invest, or you could put it into a business or pay off credit card debt. Like that's
absolutely.
that people don't know. Margin allows you not to get into stupid debt, and it makes stocks it makes you enjoy holding stocks. Because like if you ever need cash, you're not going to go do a payday loan, or you're not going to get ripped off by a credit card company because you have 20 grand or 30 grand of stock and you just
Right.
pull cash out, and like literally the next day the cash is in your bank account.
Absolutely.
So if you haven't learned that and you don't because like I said, like Venmo, right? Venmo sounded weird, but once you like saw how cool it was, where like you can just pull money and Venmo makes you wait 3 days. You know what I mean? But it's
Yeah.
like once you've done that like $20 transaction or $50 transaction, you understand it, and I think that's like for this like the interest rate, right? Like as long as that rate Robinhood lets you borrow under like 3%, you should learn how to like get as much of that as
Besides
possible.
that,
That's the name of capitalism. It's like, how can I borrow at like a really cheap rate and then like put it into like a business or an investment that should go up more than just, I mean, basically you have to take risk. That's basically what capitalism is, right? You have to take some sort of inherent risk, or you try to play it safe. You stick it in like a bank account, and then like you basically get ripped off.
Well, I think that you kind of just hit it on the head. Whether you're doing real estate or crypto or the stock market, you have to be able to take risks, because if you're not taking risks, you're not even trying, and you're definitely going to lose, because your money is going to get inflated and become less valuable no matter what.
But like putting in $10 into Apple, there's not a lot. That's a cool thing. Is that people don't realize they remove fees. It used to be when you wanted to invest $10, there was a broker taking $2 or $3, and then like half of it was going to go to crappy companies. The
Right.
fact that you buy now like Apple at $10 and there's no fees, I mean that's huge. That wasn't available 10
People
years
up for
ago.
success, because then you can really implement consistency on a long-term basis to be able to be like, I can do $10 a day or a week or whatever. And that's such a limited amount of risk that you're putting up. And most importantly, is that you're putting in consistent action, because it gets you used to being willing to invest. And the more you do that, the more you cement that habit of being like, I am an investor.
Yeah, I
And the
agree.
more that you identify with that, the more you're going to educate yourself on investing, the more comfortable you're going to be, the more confidence you're going to have in yourself when you're pulling the trigger on those risks. So, very important stuff. Anyways, I know that you've got to run, so we'll cut it off at that for today. But I hope that you have a good rest of your day.
Hold on, let me see. I can do another like let's go to the 20-minute mark. We got 8 more minutes. Or do you have to go?
Oh, no, we're good. Let's run it.
Yeah, no rush, no rush. I'm actually having fun. This is a good sophisticated talk. So yeah, let's just run out the time. But yeah, the one thing I was gonna pump is, also I did a portfolio review on my TikTok, and I just realized that Google, like right now in this recession, I'm up 40% on Google, but I'm only up 25% on Apple, which are both like really really good. But that's the one reason not to just YOLO Apple, and maybe as like you're adding, have maybe like 5 monopolies, just because like I'm glad that I put, equal amount of money in Apple and Google, because it's like if I had YOLO'd Apple, 25% is still pretty good, and if you really like Apple and like you don't like Google, then that makes sense.
And
But
Apple is actually down significantly from a month ago.
yeah, but like Amazon has done nothing. I mean, my biggest holding, Amazon, is like up 5%.
Yeah. They've kind of loitered between 3,100 and 3,300 for a while.
Yeah, yeah. And then I've lost money on Alibaba, but I'm not going to sell it because I love Jack Ma and FTTP. That's why I own Alibaba.
Back around. It's only a matter of time.
I know, I know. And once they get that Alipay BS like figured out, they'll be good. So that's why I'm not going to sell Alibaba, but I'm not buying it in Alibaba.
So I'm really excited about ADA, the crypto that a lot of people are talking about.
I just bought a bunch. Yeah, I just jumped on the bandwagon. I bought late.
Yeah, so I was kind of bummed because my friend was telling me to go buy it about a month ago, and it was 31 cents.
Yeah.
Tried to make I actually didn't even have a Voyager account. And I made a Voyager account, which is good because they have, unlike Coinbase, they have like limit prices that you could set, which Coinbase is horrific. I mean, for anyone that's using Coinbase, I would stop immediately. Their fees are astronomical.
Have you used Coinbase Pro?
No.
That's why. So Coinbase rips you off, and then this is like someone should sue them over this. So Coinbase will charge you like 1 to 3%, 1.5 to 3%. All you do is you can download or just go to the website Coinbase Pro, and you log in with the same credentials as your Coinbase, and you instantly pay like 0.25%, so like 5 times less in fees. And it does all this stuff you want it to do. Coinbase Pro, that's it.
How interesting.
Yeah, go, on your phone right now, like go download the app Coinbase.
Just downloaded it right now.
Yeah, Coinbase Pro, and then just you'll never want to use Coinbase again because like all the things you need.
So, to my knowledge, they charge 1.5% to buy and sell anything.
Correct. And a Coinbase Pro is 0.25. It's not, so it's 0.25%.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's an astronomical difference.
Because Gemini is 0.35, so it's like 10 basis points cheaper than Gemini. But yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So I just got involved with them in Polkadot.
I haven't bought Polkadot yet. Why? Dude, these new cryptos. I just recently bought Cardano too. What the hell is Polkadot? Do you know?
I want you to go and check it out. For anyone that's listening to this, there's been a lot of talk about people moving off of Bitcoin even and going to those two. There's a hedge fund in Saudi Arabia that just sold $750 million of Bitcoin, which is why it went down from like 58K to 44,000, or because someone just sold off almost 3/4 of $1 billion of it to move it over to Polkadot and to Cardano. So interesting movement.
It definitely pumped those. That's the way you can.
Well, the price of those, I mean, ADA has like quadrupled in the last month.
Yeah.
Because it went from 31 cents to like $1.48, and now it's at like 121.
Yeah, and it's got room to run because the total market cap, it's like only like 35 billion, I believe, is like the total market cap. And then if you look at the number 2 coin, which is Ether, that's like 200 billion. So if it like starts to run, man, that means it can 10x.
I just got a lot of it yesterday. So because I was
all late. I bet you anything these Arabs they tricked us. Okay, I can say that to you because I'm really rich. But dude, they're just pumping the coin because it's like a small market cap, and it's like, dude, more and more rich people are gonna do this because I mean these smaller coins until they become 200 billion like Bitcoin and Ether, they can just. And the reason I'm jumping on Cardano, it's like you can actually Google this, but it has one of the like fastest transaction times, the blockchain. You can Google it because like when you send Litecoin, you have to wait like 30 minutes, like 2.5 hours for Bitcoin Cash. And when I looked at Cardano, it was like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, it's actually legit. You can Google
its
it.
Technology is like ETH. It's superior to everything else when it comes to the actual blockchain.
Something like that. It has to do with smart contracts. Go ahead.
Ethereum and Cardano are the best two that, to my knowledge, based on what I've looked at. So
I'm not a tech guru. I just believe in, you should have money on all, like be like Bill Gates. Bill Gates is smart. He had Microsoft, but he also became the biggest owner of Apple.
And that's right.
Sometimes,
I mean, I just bought, I don't even, Vortex, which is like a 1 cent crypto, because I sat and I was like, let me buy 10,000 at 1 penny a piece, because even if it goes to $1, 100x my money, or 1,000x my money, excuse me.
those are the traps, man. I'm telling you right now.
If so,
Bitcoin or Cardano or ETH, like, yeah, there's that possibility. But once again, it's like you wanna bet on Alabama, or you wanna like it's college football. I'm sorry, when it comes to investing, it's college football. And it's like, yeah, you'll have this like team that looks like, oh, look how good they are, and then they'll run into like an Alabama and get pounded. So
I like that.
I like college football right now. I'm glad we can use this. Like I'm telling you right now, a lot of people lose money because you're not betting on the BCS. But like the game is rigged. It's rigged. So if you get that, like if that one team does go undefeated, they're not going to get into the playoffs. They're going to rig it. So And I feel like that's going to be with crypto, and for sure it's like with stocks too. Like I know people love going to the small stocks, and 10%, go ahead, YOLO, whatever. But at the end of the day, like the big boys, they cheat, man. They cheat.
Yeah, and
They pay the
that was
players. Pay the
GME.
players.
That was evident with GME because they just shut off the trading when the small guy's winning. They changed the rules mid-game.
Casino, man. See, that shows that like you can bet on the small guys, go ahead, speculate, but eventually there's like that casino effect where the really big stocks will cheat. You gotta own the big stocks and realize that if any of them, even Bitcoin has like a crazy run. I mean, people will start to like pass laws and stuff, and you know what I mean, to stay diversified and always have some Google. Always own a little bit of Google.
It's true.
So, anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and cut it because we hit the 20-minute mark. Great talk. I'll post this conversation, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon, Nick.
All right, brother. Have a good day.
You too.